so we have a weekly reading for Leo. I think there's a 10 or 11 song playlist this week. I'm going to choose one song. Hopefully it has something to do with the reading, but I'm not sure. So, let's see. The Wanted, Glad You Came, alright? The rest of them will be listed below in the description. Alright, so you can listen to those, you can write them down, you can do all creative things that, like whatever you guys do. Some of you want to tell me in the DMs. I don't need to know. Don't need to know. Enjoy them. Use them, whatever you want to do. So your week as a whole, Leo, is going to be the Hierophant, or the Pope. So marriages, commitments, traditions, continued. Ethics, good advice, morality, forgiveness for past transgressions, conformity, so Taurus energy, grounding energy, more based in reality. So it could be your marriage, it could be a new milestone in your life, it could be good advice from somebody, or it just could be a little bit of trying to find yourself, trying to do good things, trying to become, somewhat of, like, you're growing as a person. But somebody that can be depended on. I feel like there might have been a lot of stuff that happened that you might have been naive to and stuff, but you're trying to be like one of those people that are grounded, that kind of has foresight and stuff like that. So I feel like with the Hierophant here, I feel like it's you becoming grounded, growing as a person, and finding yourself. I really do feel that way. But I do feel like it took way too long to get to this point. So I do feel like there might be a couple kinks to work out, but I feel like you're on the right track. So we have number 2, something unexpected that will arise. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands in reverse is having to work with others when you're an extrovert, needing to export even if you don't want to. There's obstacles, wanting clarity or clarity on delays. Alright, so, and frustration. So there's Aries and Sun, I believe. So it's like a fire sign sun. So it could be you, or it could be a Sagittarius or an Aries thing. But I do feel like it's a fire sign nonetheless. And it could be a bit of, frustration blocks, stuff like that, that usually would be kind of easy to, navigate through. But right now I feel like there could be an argument, there could be a lifestyle change, you could be dealing with an ex, you could be dealing with an employer, whatever the case is. It's just something that's giving bad vibes, maybe a bit of a headache for some of you, but I do feel like it's a bit of high tension here, so just be careful. I don't want you going back to where it was in 2020. 2020 was too much. So let's see. Number 3, how to stay grounded and balanced. We have the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse is calculated coldness, unable to let go, moodiness, manipulative, devoted to a fault, bad advice, abuse of emotional intelligence. So could be an air sign or a water sign. So could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I think, yeah. So I just feel like you might be going through some self-care days, which is good. Just making sure that you and yourself are fine. But I do feel like you might, just be going through some things. You might have a lot on your plate, and you might have other stuff that's still on shaky ground. I don't feel like all of it is. There might be a couple, like I said, a couple kinks to work out. But I do feel like you're on the right track. You're working through some things, maybe with your spouse, partner, job, personal life, whatever. But it's a lot of stuff that's coming to the surface that needs to be handled right now. And it could be a bit of shaky ground for you. So we have number 4, important emotion you will feel this week, which is the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is accomplishment, goals, victory, recognition, public reward. You will be successful, hard work paying off, rewarded emotionally and financially. So Leo and Jupiter. So Leo and Jupiter. Like Leo and Jupiter is like a really, and for some people it's like a husband energy, and for others it's like a passing energy. So it's it could be a little bit overwhelming, and it could be a little bit underwhelming for some. So hopefully it is all powerful, and it really is like rewarded to a lot of people on a high level. But I do feel like it could be a minor level. It could just be recognition for doing a good job at work, or just a good job in general. So in passing. So I do think that it's like some type of like acknowledgement. So let's see, number 5, something that will inspire you. We have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is an increase in confidence, pushing yourself, responsibility, accomplishment, exercising your willpower, a good ending if you work for it, a burden. So it is Sagittarius and Saturn. So Sagittarius and Saturn. It's a lot of work. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of passion. It's a lot of truth in your work. It's you doing everything momentumly possible to create what you want. So it's a lot of stuff. It might be a little bit of a long time before you actually see it come together, but I do feel like it's on the right track right now. So number 6, how will your spirit guides speak to you this week? We have the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is conflict with those you care about, giving hate to people you don't know, disturbed confidence, overwhelmed competitors who try to ruin your reputation. So, a Leo and Mars. A Leo and Mars is, it's pretty intense. Like, it could be exes. It could be ex-employers. It's like all skeletons coming to the surface. But it's a bit of an aggressive energy. So it's probably exes. It's probably old stuff. It's probably regrets you may have, your own demons, spirit work, shadow work, light work, stuff like that. Stuff like you don't think about on a daily basis, but I do feel like there might be a little bit of skeletons in the closet that you're working through, that you're working on yourself, self-improvement, stuff like that. But I feel like it keeps coming back, so it's kind of like, I don't know how to get rid of this shit, like, it keeps coming back, whatever. But I do feel like it's kind of there to teach you a lesson in a crazy way. But I also feel like, there might have to be some other stuff that happens, maybe forgiveness, maybe some other stuff that might have been unsavory that you might need to apologize for. But I do feel acknowledgement of minor transgressions from your past might actually soothe some tempers. So then you only have to deal with like the bigger ones. So it's one of those kind of pick and choose what you want to do. But I do feel like an apology might be needed in some cases. So number 7, how to best support yourself this week. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. So, suicide, stalling, needing sacrifice, prison sentences, ill health, uncertain outcomes, playing the waiting game, fear of sacrifice. So it's a water Neptune delay. So there's a bit of delay. There might be a bit of legal stuff that's going on with you, or that was put on hold from the 2020. So it's a lot of stuff coming to the surface, but I do feel like you're trying to put your best foot forward, trying to make things work, trying to get things done, also trying to make amends with a lot of people. But I do feel like there's a lot of bad blood here. I don't know if you can mend a lot of these relationships or other points of views. But I do feel like it's a work in progress. I don't feel like it's completely done. I don't think it will ever be completely done, if I'm being totally honest. But I do feel like there's a lot of people that are against you. So just be careful. You have to really be proactive with this. You can't hide from this. If you're going to apologize, apologize. If you're not going to apologize, then, take whatever happens, on the chin, really. So, just be careful. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on that might not be foreseen right now, but I do feel like later on it's all going to come out in the wash, and a lot of stuff's going to be talked about, and a lot of things will be taken out of text, and it will also be kind of everybody kind of ganging up on you. So just be careful about what's going on. Even with your best foot forward, there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out, and I do feel like it's really going to test your patience and who you are as a person. Whether you do the right thing or you do the wrong thing, it's entirely up to you. I see a lot of outcomes here, so just be careful, Leo. And I do hope that everything works out. I feel like it's going to be a lot. Even if you're not going through legal stuff, I do feel like it's basically a trial of self. Maybe you're battling shadow issues that you wanted to put away or distance yourself from that keep coming back to you. But I do feel like stuff needs to be addressed. You might need to talk to a therapist. You might need to sort a lot of things out so that you're not under stress. I feel like worry is the worst thing that you could possibly put yourself through. And worry does have a lot of backlash. And I feel like you might have put yourself into the backlash part of worrying. So, anyway, Leo, if you like this, leave a like. If you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for my next video, leave them in the comment section below, and I will read those. I read everything you give me, believe it or not. So, I hope everything works out. I hope everything kind of sorts itself out. But you do have to address a lot of the issues. You can't just bottle them up or put them aside for another day. Because, it'll get overwhelmed by day-to-day activities. So, anyway, Leo, I will see you in the next video, alright? Bye now.